CAM Scale Up UK is our accelerator programme, and it's designed to enable startups and SMEs with a focus on CAM to access the world-class insight and the capability that we have here in the UK. This is the only CAM-focused accelerator in the UK, and it leverages powerful partnerships across testing, development, and corporate networks. The prize that CAM offers will be transformational for the way we move, the way we live, and the way we do business. The core goal of the programme is to enable startups and SMEs to access the world-leading resources available here in the UK's CAM ecosystem, engaging them to develop and test their technology, accelerating their route to product readiness. The heart of the programme is providing access to the facilities and expertise of the organisations that make up CAM Testbed UK. With each cohort of the programme, we set a theme that is informed by our understanding of the gaps and opportunities in the UK supply chain. But this year, we're proud to present companies focused on using advanced AI technologies, amongst other things. This includes solutions born out of new science, or from the pivoting of well-understood technology from an adjacent sector.
Our mission is to make the most trusted face and voice analysis for measuring people's mental states, and ultimately to make the world a better place to deal with things such as healthcare, safety, etc. The areas where we particularly apply this to today is in the automotive sector, where we're looking at improving people's health and well-being by better journeys, but also now the safety of people by making sure that we know that not only that they are actually asleep, but that they are becoming fatigued. And in the future, some medical devices will actually be created out of these cars, meaning that your cabin actually becomes your doctor on wheels. The Zenzic CAM opportunity was really relevant for us because we could use one of their partners' test tracks and make sure that we can actually drive people for extended periods of time, on purpose making them fatigued, safely on these test tracks. And it's not just about just detecting that somebody's eyes are currently closed. That's the simple things. It's about actually trying to infer why are people behaving the way they are behaving right now while they're driving. Is this because they are perhaps going to have a heart attack soon? Or is this because they're just fatigued? Or are they really excited because they're on the way to a party, for example? We have data from simulators, but this is the real thing, actually people driving in real cars, and it will be that capstone that will allow us to prove definitely how good our algorithms are. So the future for Blue Sky in cars is really multifaceted and really exciting.
So the problem we're trying to solve here at Safe Systems is the inherent distrust of autonomy in vehicles particularly, whether that be air, land, sea or space. When you have an untrusted input that goes to a vehicle controller, there is no way, if you're using something like a non-deterministic method like AI, to assure that that vehicle will perform the way you want it to. It won't break a rule set, it won't break the rules of the operating domain. We're setting out to physically solve that problem for the world, allowing trusted autonomy to be used.
Our software is deterministic. We are purely enforcing constraints on the system in operation, and those constraints are understandable to us as human beings. You can boil them down to things like distances, positions, speeds. So when we take that corrective action and somebody wants to look at those log files and the telemetry and the sensor feeds, we can understand exactly what happened at that point in time and use that to make the systems better in the future, make it safer as we go forward. And that's what our software does, and that's how it helps address that explainability problem with AI.
Well, I think being a participant in the CAM Scale Up UK programs is really important long-term for us because one, is the alumni network, but also the relationships you build with regulators, with OEMs, and the physical data that we're going to get from the testing at the test site. The Myra testing site is really unique for us because you have every surface we could possibly want. So looking at UGVs for autonomous mining use cases on Earth, you have the kind of representative environments around you here that you can't get really anywhere else. But also looking at taking this off-world, which is our ambition in the future, we have some areas which are representative of lunar style surfaces with loose dirt, gravel, high inclines, things like that. So we can actually test in those kind of environments now, looking ahead for that future development.
The thing that really excites me is where this leads. The reason we don't have drone deliveries to your doorstep is because of safety, it's because of assurance. And actually our technology helps unlock the operationalization of all of these systems across domains, across industries, and that's exciting. That's really, really exciting to be part of the solution and actually seeing these systems everywhere in our daily lives.
Mobility's mission is to help transport operators better communicate and manage disruption impacts. For example, so for a bus operator that runs multiple buses on the same route on the day, when there's a busy day, you've got a pack of people trying to get on the bus, but also at the same time you get people with reduced mobility that need space more than the others. So in those scenarios, it is hard for bus operators to manage the service efficiently, and our job is to make lives easier through real-time insights powered by our CCTV-based AI. So we basically just use the onboard CCTV systems, and we run machine learning and computer vision techniques on top of the CCTV analysis to extract the insight about whether or not the bay is occupied. Could be, it could be buggy users, could be wheelchair users in the bay, could be people standing around, and our CCTV systems just takes that insight and then turn that into real-time API for the existing system to integrate, and the insight will be then passed down to passenger-facing applications depending on what bus operator that is. Through this program, we will be able to work with Myra and SMLL. That allows us to work with 2 to 3 bus operators at the same time. So we can test the limitations on different type of bus models and understand the latency, understand the accuracy. What we are doing here is actually get people to destination quicker and more comfortably. So when people get rid of their private cars and start using public transport more and more, they know the choice is correct because that choice wouldn't harm their traveling experience at all.
So we're actually creating a foundation model for robotics, but based upon how brains understand the world, understanding an outcome, what is it we want the machine to be able to do, and then identifying animals or insects that have that behavior that we really want to model. We identify those behaviors, we separate them from the wet biology, and we implement these as algorithms onto low cost, low compute, simple system that can do highly complex things. CAM Scale Up UK was a great one for us because essentially it gave us access to 2 things: world-class testing facilities and great testing people that understand the product that we're building and know how to test it in a really good way. So the benefit to us really is to scale up that level of testing we're applying to our technology, adding levels of robustness and getting those additional edge cases that sometimes you can't find in your own testing, and helping us to move that commercialization even faster. The key thing that we're testing is to start off with, how does the robot perform without any fixed infrastructure, with low cost hardware and a simple to deploy system? So we're going to set up a map as we go around the facility. We're going to run the robot and understand how it compares its accuracy to the real world. And then we're going to try and break it. We're going to try and change the scenario. We're going to change the lighting. We're going to do various different things that are common struggles for robotics today. So our goal is actually to be on every autonomous machine everywhere, whether it be on the ground, underground, in the air, or even off-world. We're going to help to accelerate robotics into the next phase, where actually we can focus on this higher order intelligence that Opteran itself is bringing to the picture. and then it can be specialized to any task or use case that needs to be had. And we're doing that through biology, and that's our foundation model.
The solution that we're providing to the engineers in the autonomous driving community is a piece of software to tap into regulatory databases or any sort of requirements database tying into AI, safety, security, functional safety, all of that. The AI or the LLMs that are granularly trained on this data will pick up the requirements automatically, convert them into a scenario description language, which can then be used to build your autonomous driving scenarios automatically, and on top build variations of those scenarios automatically.
Working with MFM has been a great experience for us because at Deontic, most of us actually come from an AI background and we didn't have a lot of knowledge about the autonomous world. So MFM really helped us learn more about the standards and the regulations in that world of autonomous driving, understand those better so that we can adapt our AI systems to deal with them. What I've enjoyed most is bringing the world of AI together with the world of autonomy so that we can use AI to make sure that people can move around freely in vehicles that are safe at all times.
I think it was Jensen Huang from NVIDIA that said the new coding language is English, which is a great vision. And we sort of feel the same way about using natural language to code safe autonomy into vehicles of all sorts and all kinds in the near future. So that is sort of the combination of the elements that keep us going and where we are very passionate about and very excited about.
What we're designing today will live its life for the next 2 decades or so. The advancement in those key sectors like quantum means that there is a threat already to existing systems in place. So how do we kind of manage that? It's all about good quality practices, good safety practices, good security practices. The point is the need to have security by design is what we are offering to the industry. You can only be safe if you're actually secure at the same time. So where we come in is we enable tool chains. So we provide tooling solutions to vehicle makers, to tier suppliers, for them to be able to conduct these safety and cybersecurity risk assessments. So we are at the Smart Mobility Living Lab in London. We are here to test our intrusion detection system, piece of software that basically goes on an electronic control unit in a vehicle to detect cyber events, cyber intrusions. And the guys are basically injecting some malicious code into the vehicle to understand the behavior, log it, and we transmit those logs to the backend to then make sense of the data and then perform some remediation actions. I think the biggest asset or the biggest aspect of working with these 2 test beds is basically leapfrogging at least a year's worth of time. What this program has actually done to us is actually enables us to put our solutions in real life deployment situations. So get some real feedback. Not just theoretically, but actually practically. If that can help bring a change in the society, bring a change in the overall security landscape, in the security posture of an organization, then nothing can beat that feeling.
Our mission is championing the UK's connected and automated mobility ecosystem and establishing this country as a world leader in this emerging technology space. To achieve this mission, we bring industry, government and academia together across all relevant sectors to develop and deploy connected and autonomous mobility, build on our strength and position the UK as not a taker, but a maker of products, services and solutions in this space.